The ghost in the machine. FIFA spent years, countless meetings, and hundreds of millions of dollars building a machine that was supposed to end football's oldest argument forever. No more robbed underdogs. No more hand of God. No more careers destroyed because a referee blinked at the wrong moment. No more history rewritten by human error. The promise was simple. Football would finally have something it had never possessed before. Absolute truth, cold, objective, unquestionable. But here is the twist nobody inside FIFA headquarters ever imagined. The machine that was built to eliminate controversy has become the greatest source of controversy the sport has ever known. Instead of ending the arguments, it has multiplied them. Instead of restoring trust, it has shattered it. Instead of protecting football's soul, many believe it has slowly begun taking it away. Today, the biggest villain in modern football is no longer a biased referee, a diving striker, or a cynical defender. It is a system, a machine, a screen, and millions of fans around the world are asking the same question. Was this really progress? When video assistant referee technology first arrived, it sounded like the perfect solution. Its mission statement was beautifully simple. Minimum interference. Maximum benefit. VAR wasn't supposed to referee football. It was supposed to rescue football. A silent guardian that would appear only when a referee missed something impossible to ignore. A safety net for obvious disasters. Nothing more, nothing less. That was the promise. But somewhere along the way, that promise quietly disappeared. At the world's biggest tournament, the safety net stopped catching mistakes. It swallowed the game itself. Every celebration suddenly came with an invisible question mark. Every goal became provisional. Every magical moment had to survive an inspection before anyone was allowed to feel joy. A sport built on emotion was suddenly waiting for permission from a control room hundreds of miles away, and football has never felt quite the same since. The numbers tell the story. A tournament that once saw only a handful of interventions suddenly exploded into well over 100 reviews before the quarterfinals had even begun. Red cards increased dramatically. Matches were interrupted again and again. Momentum disappeared. The beautiful rhythm that made football unlike any other sport was constantly broken by long, uncomfortable pauses. Imagine living through that moment as a fan. Your team scores in the final minutes. The stadium explodes. Complete strangers hug each other. Players collapse onto the grass. Some are crying, some are praying. Children are creating memories they will carry for the rest of their lives. Then, silence. The referee places a finger to his ear. He stops the celebration. Thousands inside the stadium suddenly stare toward a tiny monitor. Millions watching at home stop breathing. 2 minutes pass. Then 3, sometimes 4. The roar of joy slowly turns into nervous whispers. The emotion drains away. The moment is no longer yours. It belongs to the machine. Football was never designed to feel like this. It was designed to be instant, raw, explosive, alive. But perfection has demanded patience. And patience has stolen something priceless. Because no matter what the final decision is, the original emotion never truly comes back. That first explosion of joy can never be recreated. It exists only once, and once it's interrupted, it's gone forever. Perhaps the most painful part is not that decisions are overturned. It is why they are overturned. Entire tournaments have turned because a computer detected the slightest brush of a player's hair against the ball. Knockout dreams have ended because a boot was a fraction of an inch beyond an invisible line. Legends have walked off the pitch in tears, not because they were beaten by a better team, but because a computer measured something no human eye could ever see. Technically, the machine is often correct. But football has reached a dangerous crossroads where being technically correct and being fair no longer feel like the same thing. Because football has never been played with rulers. It has never been played with digital grids. It has never been played frame by frame. It has always been played in real time, with instinct, with chaos, with human judgment. When every tackle is slowed down hundreds of times, even innocent contact begins to look violent. When every offside is measured down to the millimeter, every attacking move becomes a mathematical equation instead of an act of creativity. The microscope finds imperfections everywhere. But perhaps football was never supposed to be examined under a microscope. Perfection sounds beautiful in theory. Reality is far more complicated. Because the closer technology gets to perfection, the further football seems to drift away from humanity. And that has created something even more dangerous than frustration. It has destroyed trust. When one goal is ruled out after reviewing an incident that happened nearly a minute earlier, Yet another similar incident is ignored. Fans stop believing in consistency. They stop believing in neutrality. And when trust disappears, conspiracy takes its place. Every fan base becomes convinced the system is working against them. Every controversial decision feels personal. Every review becomes another piece of evidence for someone's theory. Ironically, the technology itself may not even be biased, but inconsistency creates the appearance of bias. And in football, perception is often just as powerful as reality. That may be FIFA's greatest failure. Not building imperfect technology, but building technology that convinced people perfection was possible. Because perfection creates impossible expectations. One mistake from a referee can be forgiven. One mistake from a machine feels unforgivable. Machines aren't supposed to make mistakes. They're supposed to eliminate them, and when they don't, faith collapses. This is the greatest irony of the modern game. FIFA wanted football to become impossible to question. Instead, every weekend the questions grow louder. Not because football has become less accurate, but because it has become less human. Football was never loved because it was perfect. It was loved because it wasn't. It was unpredictable. Emotional, messy, cruel, beautiful, it reflected life itself. Sometimes fair, sometimes heartbreaking, always unforgettable. Perhaps the greatest moments in football history were never created by perfection. They were created by emotion, by chaos, by impossible drama that no algorithm could ever calculate. So maybe the real question isn't whether technology has made football more accurate. Maybe the real question is this: if perfection costs the soul of the game, was it ever worth chasing in the first place? Because once football loses its humanity, it may never get it back. If you enjoy documentaries that go beyond the headlines and uncover the deeper stories shaping the world of sport, subscribe and turn on notifications. There is much more to uncover, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now it's your turn. Has technology made football fairer? Or has it quietly stolen the magic that made us fall in love with the beautiful game in the first place? Tell me your thoughts in the comments.